Hey, happy Friday to you. It is May 7th and time for this week's Friday Funnies. And after spending the last 10 days or so on the road, it's good to get back to the real reason Friday was invented, the Friday Funnies. And you know, the more I travel, the more I am convinced is that odd people are not really restricted to any particular portion of our planet. Especially this week, they seem to come from all over the place. So strap in and get ready for a global adventure as we do a special News from Around the World edition of this week's Funnies. Our first stop is a short hop away in Caldwell, Ohio. And let me ask you this. What do you do if you're a lonely prisoner all by himself in the Nobel Correctional Facility in Caldwell? Well, one guy decided to break the monotony that he would stick a bottle of hot sauce up his exhaust pipe, if you know what I mean. Now, if that's not weird enough, and it certainly is, the bottle got stuck up there and had to be removed by emergency surgery, which, according to Ohio law, has to be paid for by the state. So I tell you this so that you folks in Ohio now know exactly where your tax dollars are going. And as for the rest of us, we'll never be able to use Tabasco sauce again. From here, let's travel to London, England. Over in London, they are preparing for the world's biggest Hooters. And I'm not talking about a restaurant opening. A department store over there is selling a brassiere with a 20-inch double K cup size, which I believe, after I transferred it to metric, is about here. Okay, except you'd get two of them. Now, this is certainly a service for large-breasted women of London, but how many of them are there? Because these bras are flying off the shelves. And then they found out that in addition to their intended use, they're also being used as car covers and temporary shelter for campers. But still. All right, from here, let's go down under to Australia. In Cunningham, Australia, Nicholas Trickolas was over the limit on wives when he got married again. Now, first of all, that's his real name. Take a look at it. Nicholas Trickolas. Doesn't look that funny until you say it out loud. Anyhow, he recently got married, but he never really got divorced from his other wife. That is pretty dumb. Even dumber is to allow your wedding photo to be published in the local newspaper that your other wife subscribes to. So Nicholas Trickolas was arrested and charged with bigamy and forgery, but he was only fined $1,800. That's it. The judge apparently thought incurring the wrath of two wives at the same time who are really ticked off at you was pretty much punishment enough. From here, let's travel to Canada. Damn! And when I say that, I'm talking about the world's largest beaver dam that was discovered recently in a remote area of Wood Buffalo National Park in Alberta, Canada. This dam is 2,800 feet long. Now let me put that in perspective too. This is about 9 Canadian football fields, which are even bigger than ours. Or consider it as the stopping distance for a Toyota traveling at 30 miles an hour. The dam is so big, it is visible from space and was built with all beaver labor. Quite the accomplishment. President Obama wants to hire the beavers and send them down to the Gulf so that they can build a dam around that ever-increasing oil spill. Vice President Joe Biden has called the event Operation Oily Beaver. One more stop for you. This time we're going to the island nation of Grenada. Consider this a heads up if you're about to visit Grenada, because down there a man walked into the Grenville police station on the island of Grenada with 2 severed human heads in a bucket. Yeah, he said all he wanted to do was to get ahead in life, but he was an overachiever and he got two. Well, police quickly were able to match the heads to the headless bodies that they found and had in the storage locker, and the man was arrested for murder. But let me just say that two severed human heads would fit neatly into a double K cup-sized bra. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. Remember, Sunday is Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of the mothers, and please remember to call yours. I'll see you next week.